Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. And of course, it's time for your FA Cup preview. Leeds United versus Accrington Stanley.
Accrington Stanley? Who are they?
Exactly. Listen, we've got loads to get into. We're going to touch a little bit on some breaking transfer news before we do get into the preview. But please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. And let's get into it.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like a house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. So as I said at the start of the video, this is meant to be a Leeds versus Accrington preview. But as you can see in the last 30 minutes, it's just broke out there on the internet that Leeds United are actually set to sign Brazilian Lyon winger Matheus Tetê, currently on loan at Shakhtar Donetsk. Apparently, it's as far as him being on a flight to Ellen Road now, to Leeds to complete this deal. So this, folks, is one to definitely keep our eyes on. So I was just going to talk to you about Tetê, right? I've just done a literal piece for about 5-10 minutes talking on Tetê and why Leeds United might be looking down that avenue. And then, of course, top tier number 1 Fabrizio Romano came out and said, listen, Leeds are focused on Weston McKennie. Tetê is on his way to Leicester. There was a lot of noise saying that surely they've got the names mixed up, but I don't know how you can translate Leicester to Leeds, even if you're using Google Translate. That's a bit of a madness. So everything I've just done, I don't know if you will have seen, because I don't know if I would have edited it in or out just for effect. We'll have to wait and see.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
But listen, yes, now time for Accrington versus Leeds. I'm going to go as far as to say at the minute, I'm sort of locked in. I'm locked in, loaded, seatbelt on, and all that jazz, right? Because with Leeds United confirming the signing of Armas to work as Jesse's number 2, I have to get on board the train, right? Because I sort of have to accept that this manager's going to be here long term. That may even mean if we were to go down. I still have my question marks, but for the period going into the FA Cup game, I'm going to remain positive because it is Accrington Stanley. Best believe if we don't win this game and we go away to Forest and we don't win, then that will soon change. But I'm sort of resigned myself to the fact, like it or love it, that Jesse Marsh is here to stay for the time being anyway. Because like I say, results matter. You have to get results. So just to touch on the FA Cup game briefly, obviously I'll be doing a watch along for it. I'll see you at 11:30. On Saturday morning, there is going to be no Cooper, no Adams or Somerville. Listen, Jesse said in his presser that maybe Cooper and Adams may be touch and go, but for me, just don't risk them. We've got a strong enough side to be able to deal with League One, Accrington Stanley. Very excited to find out Jorginho Rutter's going to start. He'll get his first start for Leeds United and a taste of real football in England. I think Sinny's going to start as well. I'll touch on my lineup in a little bit, but I just want to focus first of all on Accrington Stanley. John Coleman has come out and said they are without fewer than 6 players due to injury for Saturday's welcome of Leeds. So they're not going great in the league. They're currently 20th in the league. They're going to be missing a hell of a lot of players. So Leeds United should beat this Accrington side. However, what I will say, they have only lost once in their last 5 matches in all competitions. I know that doesn't correlate with them being 20th in League One, but that's because they've had a few wins in the EFL and the FA Cup. Obviously, they got a draw versus Boreham Wood, then they beat them on penalties, etc. Not going great in the league, but it is still 5 games unbeaten in all competitions, winning 3 times in that run, and they're actually unbeaten in 5 at home, so could well be a tough nut to crack at home. Magic of the FA Cup, Premier League Leeds coming down. It's going to be a big occasion for them, so don't expect it to be a walkover, although it should. If we can score early, it will be. But what I don't want is another replay, personally. I want us to beat Accrington in their own backyard. Listen, even give them a goal. Magic of the FA Cup. But Leeds United need to be winning this and should be winning it with the level of player that will play on Saturday. One to watch for Accrington Stanley. Tommy Lee is their top scorer with 7 goals in all competitions, 6 of them coming in the league. Look, Leeds United are on a run of 1 win in 9. It is not good enough. Let's not beat around the bush. But that 1 win came in the FA Cup. Obviously, we got a draw against Cardiff down at their stadium and then went and beat them at Ellen Road 5-2. So we need to carry the sort of form we found ourselves in. I know we're not picking up points in the league, but Villa was improved. We then beat Cardiff 5-2, which was nice just to see Leeds United back amongst the goals, because ultimately we all just want our football team to win football matches. And then, of course, that Brentford game, it was 0-0. It's the first time ever in the Premier League that Brentford haven't had a shot on target, which means we were stronger defensively. We just need to create more from open play, and I believe against Accrington we'll be able to do that. So with that defensive solidity in mind, for me, Max Vobert needs to keep his place in that lineup, because of course we've got two car crashes in Junior Firpo and Diego Llorente either side of him. Liam Cooper's not going to be fit. Robin Koch gets rested when applicable. Rasmus will start at right back. Cody's now gone out on loan. However, Jesse sees a future for him at the football club. Maybe at the end of the season, Luke Ayling doesn't get his new contract, and therefore Rasmus and Cody are competing for that number one spot. That's okay with me. Junior Firpo has to play. He needs to be fresh. He needs minutes. And of course, going forward against League One opposition, we should have enough. But, you know, don't be surprised if we do get a calamity defensively. That's why, for me, you keep Max Vobert in there, who can keep a tight leash on the two clowns that are Diego Llorente and Junior Firpo. Now, the double pivot, because Adams, for me, if he's not 100%, then don't risk him. You play Mark Rocker alongside Greenwood. I would put Harrison in the central spaces instead of Aronson if we go 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. I think Aronson, you know, Mr. Brendan Mount, Mason Aronson, built like a Rizzler paper. Listen, I'm not writing off the kid by any stretch of the imagination. I absolutely love him. But we just need him to have some time out. I think the international break World Cup sort of affected him mentally. We know that behind the scenes there was a lot of madness going down over in that USA men's national team. So he needs a little bit of time out, needs to get on the weights, because he's built like a, you know, a Rizzler paper. But he's still my American boy, man. I can't lie to you. I still love the kid. He'll still come good. He will. So Rodrigo's probably going to be rested as well, and rightly so. He needs some time out of the side for me, just to let him get back to full fitness. And we have options now. So for me, I'm starting Patrick Bamford. Then either side of him is going to be debut for Ruta, and we need Sinistera to hit some form as well. And listen, Nonto needs a rest as well, because he's been killing it in the league. Rotate the squad, but when you look at the squad and you think, wow, that's what we're dealing with now. Like, Leeds are on a different level these days. We just need the manager to take us up that notch. If not, we're going to have to change the manager, and that's the facts. But as it is at the minute, I'm locked in. Leeds United are going to win comfortably against Accrington Stanley tomorrow.
Accrington Stanley? Who are they?
Exactly. Listen, everyone smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 11:30, nice, bright and early. Peace out.